Hello, what is up guys? Eman from Peso Smart PH here. Welcome sa panibagong episode. Shout out to all the podcast listeners as well. I appreciate you all. Today, let's talk about the Philippine stock market. So, quick glance dito sa watch list ko. Everything is red. So, lahat ng fina-follow ko na mga stocks and mga stocks na gusto kong bilhin continuously moving forward. Well, today and moving forward. Lahat sila pulahan. So, yung pinakamalaking nabawasan is yung LTG. One main reason sa pagbagsak ng stock prices nila today, May 25, is because today yung ex-date ng special dividends na ibibigay nila for this year. So, nagbigay sila a couple of months ago and then magbibigay ulit sila ng panibago. And again, today yung kanyang ex-date. So, normally talaga, yung mga stocks on their ex-date bumabagsak. And then, ang isa pang talo na malaki, SGP. So, ito, binibili ko siya continuously habang bumababa kasi based sa fundamentals maganda yung stock but nagkaroon ng scare kasi I'm not sure kung congressman ba or senator nagsabi na gusto niyang i-propose kay BBM, kay President BBM na tanggalin yung franchise ng NGCP. And si SGP is yung holding company na nag-hold dun sa company na NGCP. So, that is quite a pickle. And 50 years kasi yung binigay na franchise sa NGCP and nag-start yon nung 2009. So, dapat mag-expire siya ng 2059 pa kasi 50 years nga siya. But still, it's in the process and wala pang, it's not set in stone. So, hindi pa natin alam kung ano mangyayari. But yeah, speculators, mga traders, and probably ibang mga investors din, they are dumping this stock. But for me personally, I'm still buying it and I still like this particular stock. And then another one is GMA7. So from the high na around 13.18 couple of weeks ago or sabihin natin mga 1 month ago, bumagsak na siya sa kanyang 52-week high na 8.98 kanina. So nag-close siya at around 8.99. So we haven't seen this stock fall to this level in about 2 to 3 years. I believe nangyari pa to noong 2021. Nung tumaas siya ng around 10 pesos, 9 pesos per share, and then nung ex-date niya bumagsak siya to around below 8 pesos, so around 7.5 pesos per share. Then after that, umakyat nga tayo to around 16 nung all-time high, 16.5, 16.6, and then eventually, last year bumagsak ulit. And then, ito tuloy-tuloy yung pagbagsak. And again nga, yung 52-week high is around 13.18, and right now, nasa 52-week low siya, na 8.19 or 8.98. Again, they had a bad first quarter ng 2023. Main reason is nagka-cut sa spending, sa ad spending, yung mga big corporations, yung mga fast-moving consumer goods na corporation. They're cutting back on their ad spending kasi yung capital is very expensive right now. So mataas yung interest rates. That's why hindi sila masyado gumagastos sa ads. So, of course, directly affected yung business ng GMA7 kasi mainly around 70-80% ng kanilang revenue is nanggagaling sa ads. So, yun. Another loser is PLDT. I tried buying at around 1,220 earlier but hindi siya na-fill, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm still trying to get my hands on more PLDT stocks. Although currently nga, di ba, meron silang class action lawsuit. Actually, hindi ko pa na-update yung sarili ko about that. And yeah, I believe it's still going. So, ito yung mga magandang companies na bilhin, in my opinion, and sa opinion ni Ben Graham and ni Warren Buffett. Like, if there's a scandal, if there's like something going on na naapektuhan yung stock prices ng isang company. But fundamentally and financially, they're still sound. They're still very sound. So, yeah. I mean, yung issue with PLDT is yung budget overrun. And yeah, that might have affected them financially previously, but I mean, in my opinion, they're still a very good company. One of the biggest companies here in the Philippines, and nagtitrade din sila ng stocks nila sa New York Stock Exchange. So yeah, it's a blue chip company na nagbibigay ng dividends for a very long time, consistent, and maganda yung yield above 4%, above 5% at times. If lalo na pagka ganitong mababa yung kanilang stock prices, then maganda ibibigay na yield sa inyo moving forward. And yun, like in general nga, lahat sila bearish. And if we take a look at the technicals later, pakita ko sa inyo like yung mga basic technicals na tinitingnan ko. Ang daming magandang opportunity, or this is a good opportunity for us to buy more of these stocks. Especially kasi like yung uncertainty, yun yung nagpapagalaw ng market. So kaya volatile yung market kasi merong uncertainty. Like we don't know if magdi-default ba yung US, no, sa kanilang mga liabilities. Kasi hindi pa rin tinataasan yung kanilang what they call this, yung kanilang debt ceiling. So there's still president nila si Joe Biden and GOP. They're saying talking it through, and wala pa ring concrete na decision or like agreement if tatasan ba nga talaga nila yung debt ceiling, and they have like a couple of days na lang. Kasi June 1, may June na ulit na mga kailangang bayaran yung US government. So isa yun sa uncertainty kung bakit kung bakit may ganitong effect sa market. Then of course, inflation, andyan pa rin yan. We're still high. Nasa 6.something% pa rin yung Philippines. Nasa 4.9% yung sa US. So directly tayo naapektuhan din nun. And of course, mataas pa rin yung interest rate, and we're not sure kung kailan magpo-pause. Well, yung consensus dyan magpo-pause na daw, but there's like no chance na they will cut. Some people, some analysts, sinasabi nila na magka-cut na daw, but I don't think so. Kasi it may get sticky yung inflation, kasi nga the previous month 5% sa US, and the following month, last month, it's 4.9%. So that is not a substantial decrease, and yung core CPI is still, I think, nasa 5.3 pa din. So it's not going down dun sa rate na gusto nila. So yeah, probably we're gonna stay or stick with this interest rate for a couple of months or a couple of meetings before mag-cut. So probably yung cut is towards the end of 2023, probably late third quarter or early fourth quarter. And syempre maramdaman natin yung effects niyan probably by early 2024 pa, or the midway through 2024. So yun, marami rin nakikita na nagsasabi you should sell your stocks now or your assets now, but that doesn't make any sense. Kasi ngayon depressed yung market, why would you sell? Like, diba, yung rule nga is buy low and sell high. So probably those people who are giving you that advice have like no experience pa sa mga previous bear markets or mga ganitong depressed times sa markets. So currently I'm reading itong The Intelligent Investor na sinulat ni Ben Graham. So this is the best book by far daw on investing, sabi ni Warren Buffett. And si Warren Buffett is one of the best investors of our time, and student siya ni Ben Graham. So sabi dito, the intelligent investor is a realist who sells to optimists and buys from pessimists. So ngayon currently, majority ng investors and traders and speculators, they are pessimistic. So what do we have to do? So we just continue buying. Kasi nga ito yung magandang opportunity for us to buy. Yes, there's still a chance na bumagsak pa yung market. Sabihin natin 5% pa, 10%, 15%, 20%. It doesn't matter. Pagka bumagsak yung market, you can buy more stocks, and ito yung time na dapat nagde-deploy tayo ng mas maraming capital. So essentially, nagde-DCA lang tayo, or PCA, or dollar cost averaging or peso cost averaging. And yung secret to your financial success is inside yourself. How your investments behave is much less important than how you behave. Sabi nga ni Warren Buffett is, if you're gonna do stupid things when the market goes down, then you shouldn't be owning or buying stocks. So probably kapag medyo panicky ka sa mga ganitong situation, then you're better off with, sabihin natin, savings account or CDs, cash deposits, or bonds. But here in the Philippines, I think hindi ganun ka trendy or like kasikat, no, or kakilala yung mga bonds. But yeah, you can buy bonds through banks. There are a couple of banks na nag-offer nun. And if gusto mo naman, you wanna stick with stocks, then you can go for Go Trade. So pwede ka mag-own ng mga US stocks doon. And if you're not up to like picking your own stocks, you can just buy VOO or SPY. Yun yung mga ETFs na fina-follow or mini-mirror yung S&P 500. So lahat ng mga stocks na pinakamalaking businesses sa US, you will own those stocks. And yeah, di ba? Mahilig tayong bumili kapag merong sale. So, every month nga merong promo yung mga online shopping apps na meron tayo. Sa Shopee, sa Lazada. Like, ngayon diba merong 6-6 kasi June 6. And this month, earlier this May, merong 5-5. So, it doesn't make sense for you to sell kapag naka-sale yung mga stocks mo. So, it makes more sense for you to buy kasi nga naka-sale sila. So, for example, sabihin natin, yung LTG. So, bumili ka na at around 10 pesos per share. It's currently at 9.5 pesos per share. Why would you sell now and why wouldn't you buy more? Yeah, for example, may gusto tayong sapatos na gustong bilhin for around 5,000 pesos. Nag 50% off. Nag 2.5. I mean, it's a no-brainer kasi gusto mo talaga yung stock, yung sapatos na yun. Then you're gonna buy at 2.5 because it's a bargain. It's a good deal. So same thing sa stock. So we have to flip that mentality. Na kapag bumabagsak, magbebenta tayo. I mean, you won't make any money sa stock market if you have that kind of mentality. So again, it's very simple. Buy low and sell high. And then again, reference natin is the intelligent investor. Stocks become more risky, not less, as their prices rise. So, di ba nakita natin yung mga influencer, mga YouTuber, mga TikToker dyan. Sobrang naging active sila pagka nasa bull market na and pinagyayabang nila palagi yung mga gains sila na around 5, 10%, 20%, and of course sa crypto makita natin mga crazy gains na around 1,000%, 2,000%, 10,000%. But we don't really see them during a bear market. So they're just riding the hype. Anyone can make money during a bull market, during a bull run, but you will become a more successful and of course more experienced investor pagka nakasurvive ka sa bear market, kapag naprotektahan mo yung capital. And then, meron kang gains na very acceptable. Around 5 to 10% to 20% per annum, per year. And then, stocks are less risky, not more, as their prices fall. So, again, ulitin natin. Stocks become more risky, not less, as their prices rise. So, tumataas yung risk mo pagka tumataas yung prices ng mga stocks. And then, they are less risky as their prices fall. So ngayon, less risky yung market. The intelligent investor dreads a bull market since it makes stocks more costly to buy. And conversely, so long as you keep enough cash on hand to meet your spending needs, you should welcome a bear market since it puts stocks back on sale. Again, let that sink in. And yeah, very simple lang din naman yung lesson na gustong iparating ni Ben Graham. And he always said na you should only own stocks if, for example, if you want to own it today and for example tomorrow and in the next 5 to 10 years, wala nang market, like hindi mo siya pwedeng ibenta. So that's the only time that you should be buying into a business or a stock or an asset. So by the rule of opposites, the more enthusiastic investors become about the stock market in the long run, the more certain they are to be proved wrong in the short run. So yung sinasabi nga ni Warren Buffett, we just have to be simply fearful when others are greedy. So that's the time, no, na we should be like halting our purchases ng mga stocks kapag nasa bull run, and kung sa tingin natin nasa top na tayo ng market. Again, di naman natin ma-predict yun or matatimingan 100% of the time kasi wala naman tayong crystal ball. But yeah, we have a lot of tools in our disposal para ma-determine yun. And we have to be greedy when others are fearful. Again, this is the time. A lot of people, a lot of investors, the market is fearful. Yun yung current sentiment ng market and mga investors. So yeah, we just have to deploy more capital during this time. And personally, na-experience ko na to nung 2020. So nagkaroon tayo ng mini bear market nung nag-start yung pandemic, March 2020. Tanda ko pa yan. I'm still relatively new sa investing. I just started noong 2018. So around 1.5 years pa lang ako nasa market, and honestly, I wasn't, I'm not sure what I was doing back then. But yeah, I have a good amount of savings at the time. Siguro mga 25% pa lang ng savings ko yung na-invest ko sa stock market at that point. But no March 19, 2020, bumagsak yung market. Yung PSCI is bumagsak ng around 4,000 points. And lahat, as in lahat ng mga stocks, they're at their all-time, well, hindi naman all-time, but like 52-week lows lahat. And para ka nag-teleport sa early 2010s, no? If naabutan mo yung mga prices back then. So, bigay tayo ng mga ilang example. GMA was around 4 pesos per share at that time. Like, DMC was around 3 pesos per share. And GSMI is around, I believe, 30 pesos, 40 pesos per share. And then Meralco, nasa 120, 130 at that time. And then SEC is around below 10 pesos per share, if I'm not mistaken. LTG, I think nasa same price range, nasa 7 pesos, 6 pesos per share. And PLDT, bumaba yan ng around 1,100. And what else? SMC, I believe, bumagsak siya to around I'm not sure kung umabot pa ng 80 or 70. And GFC, Jollibee, bumagsak yan ng around 90 pesos per share. And personally, I was able to buy at that price point. And kita nyo dito, nasa 234 na yung Jollibee stocks. So, ganun lang talaga siya. Sobrang cyclical lang nung market. And again, we just have to sell out to the heedless, hapless speculators at high prices and buy back from them at depressed levels. And again, reminder, I can't stress this enough. We are in a depressed level currently. And again, just a reminder, we can still go down further, no, sa mga price levels ito. But I mean, we can't really predict kung nasan yung bottom. So probably ito na. So sabihin natin, no, hypothetical, like this is the bottom and you bought here, then you will think yourself, your future self will think your past self. So ganun lang siya. Alright, so medyo mahaba na episode natin, so konting pahapyaw lang sa mga technicals. So we're just gonna focus on RSI. So nasa weekly tayo. So currently, ang baba ng RSI sa globe, weekly RSI, nasa 34.76. And again, it may still go down even further, but this is like teleporting back nung early 2021. So dito, medyo sideways naman nagtitrade, no? From like 2018 to around mid 2021 yung globe. Dito lang nagkaroon ng Black Swan event because of the pandemic nga. So bumaba siya ng around 1.5 at some point. And currently, nasa 1.720 na lang siya. And I mean, in my opinion, Globe is a very big company, one of the biggest here in the Philippines, and it's a very good business. again, consistent na nagbibigay ng dividends and maganda yung yield. So, this is a very good opportunity to buy Globe. Same thing with GMA7. So, ito mas depressed yung prices. Nasa 23.11 yung weekly RSI. We haven't been here for quite a while. So, the last time was back noong 2020 pa. And dito, last year, hindi naman siya bumagsak sa ganyang level. So, nasa 27.92 lang last year. And probably, we're looking at the potential bottom of this stock. Again, it could still go further down. But yeah, we're not sure of that. So, personally, if you're trying to get your hands on GMA7 stocks, then this is probably a very good time to get some more. Especially kapag, for example, na-hype ka dito, bumili ka ng around 14, 15, 16, and even here, sa mga depressed levels ng around 10 pesos, 11 pesos, 12 pesos. Kasi last year, nag-trade lang din siya sideways. And marami nga rin bumili at this price level. And then, eventually, natuwa sila dito. And some of them probably sold here. But yung iba, kung long-term pa rin naman yung goals nyo and yung strategy, no? Then, you just hold and then accept all of the dividends. And eventually, dito nga, sobrang bumagsak siya. So, you're just gonna buy more. And then, we have LTG. So, ito, hindi pa ganun kababa yung RSI. Nasa 44.58 pa rin. And then we have SEC. This one, nasa 41.36. SGP, ito medyo depressed na rin. So this is a very good time, in my opinion, again, in my assessment, to buy SGP stocks. Kasi kita nyo. So nasa 22.29. The last time that happened nung last year pa. So March 2022, around 22.56. And mas mababa pa yung RSI ngayon. And we are here for around 1 to 3 weeks na. So this is the third week. And kita nyo, yung dividend yield is nasa 10.36% na. And yung price to earnings ratio or PE ratio is at 3.23. So that's very low. So ideally, mga stocks na binibili natin, it should be around 10 to 15 or below yung PE ratio. And 3.23 is relatively low. And then lastly, we have PLDT. So nasa 40.06 pa rin siya. But again, we can switch, no, dun sa daily RSI. So makita natin dito, medyo mataas pa rin siya. But for some, ito nasa depressed levels na ulit siya, below 30. Then let's say Meralco, it's still pretty high. But ito, kita natin kasi nga ngayon yung X date, that's why sobrang nag-plummet yung prices. And ito, kaya sobrang mataas naman yung RSI dito. This was the time na in-announce yung special dividends. That's why umakyat yung prices ng LTG, GSMI. So it's relatively low na rin from the highs ng around 160. Wait, nag-183 pa pala tong GSMI. So yeah, I mean, it's still going down. And medyo yung trend niya is pababa na rin. Then we have GMA7. Again, we are continuing on this downward trend. And 1 month na tayong nandito sa ilalim. Well, dito medyo naka-rebound na konti, but that's just a few days. And then eventually bumagsak pa ulit. Below 30 yung daily RSI. And again, you can just go to the weekly pa rin and baba talaga siya. And we have Globe, still relatively high yung daily RSI niya. TMC is going down, nasa 36.16. And lastly, AP, it's still relatively high as well. Kasi yung price niya is hindi naman nasa downtrend, sideways lang siya nagtitrade. So yeah, that's gonna be it for the episode, guys. So yeah, chill lang tayo, wag mag-panic sell. So if you have extra capital, then you can deploy it kapag kaglit ng depressing markets and save some capital pa din kapag of course may chance na bumagsak pa ulit yung mga prices ng mga stocks na hold nyo and dini-DCA nyo, pini-PCA nyo. So ganun lang, consistency and proper allotment of your capital. So again, reminder, yung risk is bumababa kapag bumababa din yung prices ng mga stocks na fundamentally sound. And tumataas yung risk, of course, kapag tumataas yung prices. Kasi mas mahal na sila. And And kapag bumili ka, kapag mataas yung price, then of course, pagka bumagsak siya, then you're looking at some paper losses. So yan, stick with your goals and just think long term with your investments. Collect the dividends, buy some more, and maramdaman nyo yung effect ng compounding interest. And again, sa simula, hindi nyo masyado mararamdaman kasi, for example, nasa 10k pa lang, nasa 50k, nasa 100k yung capital nyo. Then, let's say yung 5% ng 100k is nasa 5k lang. Diba? And babawasan pa yun ng konting taxes, which is 10% sa dividends. But if you 10x that, then sa 5% ng 1 million, you have 50k. And then 10x mo ulit sa 10M, you have 500k. So, ganoon lang siya. You just have to build your portfolio and be patient about it.